Well, good morning and welcome to everyone. Good morning. What an exciting day, our first announcement of 2015. And we have big shoes to fill after 2014. We ended 2014 with $211 million in investment and the creation of 663 jobs. And I have no doubt we'll meet and surpass that number with flying colors in 2015. Before we get started, I'd like to take a second to thank you for coming today. And I'd like to recognize some of our elected officials who are in attendance. Senator Mike Wilson. Senator, pleasure to have you with us. State Representative Jim DeCesare. Are there any other elected officials other than our stage guest? Well, without you, much of the work that we do here would not be possible. We'd like to say a special thank you to all of our elected officials for all that you do for our community. It's an honor and a pleasure to have all of you here today and with us today to celebrate this local company. While we're always excited to celebrate expansions in South Central Kentucky, this one is particularly special. Bluegrass Supply Chain Services started in the WKU Small Business Accelerator with just 2 people. Today it's grown to operate a multi-million-dollar company that operates in 4 states with over 600 employees. In fact, in 2014, the company was recognized in the top 2,000 of Inc. magazine's fastest growing companies. In 2013 and 2014, they were awarded expansion awards at the Chamber's Business and Industry Awards Banquet for their contributions to our local economy. And they continue to give back to our community. The building they are using for their expansion has been vacant since 2009, and they have graciously stepped up to transform an unused space in our community. They sponsor mentoring programs at the Gordon Ford College of Business. And in 2014, they sponsored Kentucky First Lego League State Robotics Competition. Theirs is an inspiring story, and I'm proud to be a part of it today. At this time, I'd like to welcome a very special guest to the podium to continue our celebration. She's Kentucky's 56th Lieutenant Governor, known as one of Kentucky's most experienced and respected public leaders, serving with 6 governors and being elected twice to statewide office. She was elected the State Auditor of Public Accounts in 2003, and she was re-elected in 2007. Prior to that, she served nearly 7 years as Secretary of the Governor's Executive Cabinet, the highest appointed position in Kentucky state government. Previous appointments include State Budget Director, Secretary of Finance, Secretary of Tourism, and Commissioner of the Department of Arts. She also served as President of the Greater Louisville Economic Development Authority. It's our honor to have her with us here today. Please welcome Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, Britt Luallen.
Thanks so much. It's truly great to be back here in Bowling Green, Warren County. I was just here in December. In fact, it was one of the first trips I made out of Frankfort right after being appointed Lieutenant Governor to celebrate your Build Ready designation here in Bowling Green. It's great to be back with all of our economic development partners on behalf of Governor Beshear and our Cabinet for Economic Development for this important announcement today and ribbon cutting of the expansion of Bluegrass Supply Chain Services. As Tommy said, this company represents a remarkable success story. It's an American success story, the story of one man with an idea who grew it into what is now a remarkably successful organization operating in 4 states, going from a handful of employees, and the number now is closer to 650, am I right, employees total. It's the kind of businesses we want to see more of in Kentucky and grow more of in Kentucky. Because of the company's tremendous growth here in Bowling Green, this expansion will create 55 new jobs and an investment of $5.2 million in this project. And let's congratulate John on this remarkable success. That's good news for Bluegrass Supply Chain Services, that's good news for Bowling Green's community, and it's certainly good news for the Commonwealth of Kentucky. It's because of companies like this that Kentucky is one of the nation's leaders in logistics. And more companies are discovering that Kentucky is the ideal place from which to ship products all over the world. Kentucky is home now to nearly 400 companies employing nearly 50,000 people in the logistics sector. In the past 5 years alone, those companies have announced more than 800 million new investments and the creation of nearly 10,000 jobs across the state. Governor Beshear and I would like to congratulate everyone at Bluegrass Supply Chain Services for the decision to move these 3 Bowling Green locations into one centralized corporate office and warehouse right here where we stand today. I would like to thank Mr. John Higgins, President of Bluegrass Supply Chain Services, and all of the employees at the company for their dedication and hard work. I'd also like to thank Tommy Adams, Chairman of Bowling Green Area Chamber of Commerce, who, as you know, is doing an outstanding job creating new economic opportunities each day for this community. Also, we would like to thank Warren County Judge Executive Mike Buchanan for his leadership and Mayor Bruce Wilkerson. It takes everyone in a community pulling together with a unified vision and purpose, regardless of party lines, regardless of whether you're in the public or private sector, to form the kind of vision and partnership that Warren County has shown throughout its successes in economic development. We also want to thank the team at our State Economic Development Cabinet for working closely with Governor Beshear. But especially today we want to thank our legislators for their partnership in turning around Kentucky's economy. Senator Mike Wilson, Representative Jim DeCesare, who are here with us today. Those of you who know they represent this area also need to know that they are seen in Frankfort as state leaders. And they represent your area with great honor and pride in what you're accomplishing here, and they are a powerful voice for you in Frankfort. And it's our honor to work in partnership with you in the General Assembly as we look at this and other economic opportunities. Because of this community's ongoing efforts, Kentucky continues to grow and prosper. This is one of the bright spots in the state economy. A federal report released yesterday showed Kentucky's jobless rate across the state for December fell to 5.7%. That's the lowest unemployment rate since February of 2008. So the state has turned the corner since the recession and is moving now in a very positive direction. Here in Warren County, your unemployment rate for December was 4.8%, well below that state average. Expansion projects like this have helped Kentucky recover and exceed the state's economic losses suffered during that recession. So on behalf of Governor Beshear and the citizens of Kentucky, I want to thank Bluegrass Supply Chain Services and all of our partners here today for your ongoing commitment to Kentucky and its families. It's been my honor to be asked to be part of this celebration today. And now I would like to ask John Higgins, the president of one of the fastest growing companies in America, to come forward and receive a gift from the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Luallen, and on behalf of the 650 men and women at Bluegrass, Supply Chain of Bluegrass Dedicated, I would like to welcome you to our Bowling Green facility, and we are humbled to host this event and receive these grants from the state of Kentucky. Founded in 2002, Bluegrass provides value-added warehousing, quality support, and transportation management services to automotive and food industries throughout the United States. And today we operate 10 facilities across Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia. In addition, Bluegrass Dedicated operates 47 tractors and services our customers throughout the central United States. In 2008, our revenues were $2.43 million, and in 6 years, our revenues have grown to $3.27 million. And we're honored in 2013 and 14 to not only be recognized by our local chamber, but also by Inc. magazine as one of the fastest growing companies in the United States. And as you all entered our building today, you may have seen our M3 logo. And this logo is an initiative that we launched this past fall, which is geared to help our team members understand why we exist. We exist to do three things: to make meaningful relationships, to minister to others, and to make it better. And depending on the customer location, our team members work between 8 to 12 hours each day. We believe it's important to make meaningful relationships with those we spend so much time with day in and day out. Our second M is ministry, and we're a little different in that we view our workplace as a mission field. Some missionaries share God's love and gospel with others in far-off countries. We choose to intentionally minister to the people we interact with each day. And finally, our third M is make it better. Our mission at Bluegrass is to make our customers, team members, suppliers, and communities be better by serving a greater purpose. And we help our customers be better by delivering innovative, customized supply chain solutions to some very complex supply chain problems. And as I was preparing these remarks, I was thinking that over the last 12 years, how often our customers and our team members and our suppliers and communities have helped make us better. And our customers have challenged us to continually innovate and to do more with less. We've met these challenges head-on by providing thought leadership and oftentimes assuming the lead role in managing the change efforts at our customers. And our team members make us better each and every day through the dedication and commitment they provide in delivering our services to customers. And I believe the grants we are receiving will help provide opportunities for Bluegrass to continue to grow, but more importantly, opportunities for our people. And we have several team members here today with great stories, but there are two stories I would like to share with you. Holly Wallace started with Bluegrass 9 years ago as an intern in our accounting department. And once she finished her degree at Western Kentucky University in accounting, and today she leads our accounting, finance, and information technology group. And also Donnie Warren started at Bluegrass 5 years ago, and I think on January the 29th will be your 5-year anniversary actually, but as a forklift operator at one of our customer locations. Donnie went back to community college. He got a certificate in logistics management and supply chain management, and today he manages our transportation management operations for Bluegrass Dedicated. And these are the success stories of Bluegrass. I believe these are the success stories of our community and the success stories of our region. In closing, I would like to thank everyone who helped us get to this point. First and foremost, I would like to thank our Lord Jesus Christ, who has constantly provided for our needs and prepared us for the challenges. Secondly, I'd like to personally thank the 650 men and women who make up Bluegrass. I'd also like to thank my family for their constant love and support. Nan, Hannah, and Jillian, I love you, and you mean the world to me. And I want to recognize our leadership team who helped lead our growth. Holly, Randy, Matt, Mo, Bill, and David, you're the best, and together we're going to achieve some great things. And I'd like to thank the Central Region ICC and Small Business Accelerator, especially Buddy Steen and Jeff Hook. They helped provide some advice and direction early on in our formative years. And I'd like to recognize a couple of other partners, Franklin Bank and Trust and U.S. Bank. Kent, Kirk, Alex, John Lee, Craig McCormick, you guys have provided some sound advice and have been instrumental in providing the fuel for our growth. And I'd like to thank the Chamber and South Central Kentucky Economic Development Group, in particular Ron Bunch, Emily Buttram, and Maureen Carpenter. You have a great vision and plan for our region and community, and you are a true asset to business here in South Central Kentucky. And I would be remiss not to thank Corky Peak from the Kentucky Cabinet for Economic Development and Jim DeCesare. Corky helped pull all of our information together and present that to the Cabinet, and Jim's been instrumental in providing legislative leadership on issues affecting business in South Central Kentucky. And so finally, I'd like to thank you, Ms. Lieutenant Governor, and the state for providing us with these grants to help make our business a success in our region. So may God bless Bluegrass, bless our region, and bless the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Thank you.
Good morning. They asked me to keep this real short, but I'm going to say whatever I want to. No, I'm very fortunate and very honored to be here today to congratulate Bluegrass Supply Chain Services, Mr. Higgins, all of his officers, staff, and employees, but also to welcome the Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. On behalf of almost 120,000 people in Warren County, it's a great pleasure for me to welcome this Lieutenant Governor. She's been in one administrative position or another in the state of Kentucky since before I was actually elected, which was like forever. But I can tell you without hesitation that there's no one in administrative position that I've served with in the state of Kentucky over the years that I have greater admiration and respect for. She is a quality person, and I was delighted when she was appointed as Lieutenant Governor, and always enjoyed working with her. She's been a great asset to the state and has continued to be a great friend to Warren County. And I appreciate her, and I appreciate her being here. Obviously, she's not here just for me today, though. She's here for our community and to congratulate and thank the Bluegrass Supply Chain Services. I'm here for that purpose, too. All you've heard so far is that this is a quality company, a great company, a remarkable company with remarkable people working in it. They pay well, too, though. And the fact that they minister to their employees, care about the moral health of their workforce, care about the moral health of our community, that's a real plus. But the fact that they've been continually successful in a relatively short period of time and have experienced remarkable growth is equally as remarkable. But we're very proud to have them here, and I want to thank Mr. Higgins and all of your group for your commitment to Bowling Green, Warren County, and South Central Kentucky. I also want to thank you for your new investment in Bowling Green, Warren County, and tell you how much that all the people of Warren County appreciate that. I do want to thank Corky and all the people with Economic Development Cabinet. They are a tremendous amount of support to us and our initiatives here. Our legislators, Representative Cesare and Senator Wilson and others are always there to make sure that we get what we need. And I think the real secret, besides the fact that we have such a remarkable Chamber of Commerce and great leadership in South Central Kentucky, the real secret here is that we all work so well together. We all adopt a common vision of excellence. And I think that's what makes us different than a lot of the other communities throughout this part of the nation. And I appreciate the relationship that we have with the state, with the governor's office, with our community businesses, and I appreciate the hard work that goes behind every project. From the state level, from our representative and Senate level, and from our Chamber of Commerce. And we have a great many volunteers working with the Chamber of Commerce that give a lot of extra time and effort with absolutely no compensation. But the reason they do it is because they care about this community, and I suspect that's a great deal of, a great part of the reason that Mr. Higgins has decided to put everything together here under one roof in Bowling Green, Kentucky, because he's committed as well to this community. And we appreciate that more than anything. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to congratulate you again. If there's anything that the county government can do for you in the future, please do not hesitate to ask. And I want to thank Governor Luallen once again for her support throughout the years. Thank you.
Good morning, and if you'll forgive me, I've got to start out with an apology, Governor. This is the 23rd day of January. It took us 23 days to get the next economic development announcement down here. I'm sorry you have to go back to Frankfurt. I wish we had an apartment down here where you could do this every day. We're so excited. But we're real excited to be with John and all of his employees here at Bluegrass to get this project going and make this announcement. I've known John, 15 years, maybe more. I know his friends, his family, and I know of his faith. My wife taught his children in first grade, so we got to know him through there and through church, and actually got a little better acquainted with them when they rented from me. I was their landlord for a brief period of time. But I want to tell you a brief story about that. They were in between homes to get the next one going, and they rented from me, and when they left, as a landlord, 99% of the time you have to go in and deep clean and repaint and all that. Not John. I just took the keys and handed them to the next person. And I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that just because they're a clean family and so forth, but it's the attention to detail and the thoughtfulness that he has for the next person. He's not going to leave a problem for the next guy. And that's what I wanted to acknowledge from them. So thank you so much. Another 55 jobs, another $5 million investment. I'm so proud for Bowling Green and everybody that's involved, whether it's chamber or the legislature, governor's office. Thank you so much for all of you being here. And we're just so excited for another one, and we hope to see you next week.
Well, thank you, Mayor and Judge, for being here today. Before we move on to cut the ribbon, I once again want to thank Lieutenant Governor Luallen for joining us today. And as an expression of our gratitude, Lieutenant Governor, we have a gift for you from your friends and colleagues. And then in addition, we'd like to show our appreciation to John Higgins. We have a gift for you as well. At this time, I'd like to invite the company and elected officials to join me for the ribbon cutting ceremony. We'd also like to invite everybody to stick around and enjoy refreshments after the ribbon cutting. And once again, we thank you all for being here today.